Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth with 217 Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little 3D flower from Pagoda. I made this tutorial quite some time ago, back in I believe it was February, with Pagoda, which is a fabulous cartridge, has lots of flowers on it and other great images. But at the time I didn't have video yet, so it was a photo tutorial. And so now I'm coming back and I'm going to show you how to make these in a video. And they're really easy when you see how to make these. The size that I cut this at, just to give you an idea, is a little over 1 1/4. And this is the cut that has the little spiky tips on it with the little slits. And it starts out looking like this. It's a 5-petal. And what you're going to need to have for this flower is one of those 5 petals. You're going to need 2 4-petals, so you're going to need to cut out one of the petals on each of these. And then you'll need individual ones as well. So you're going to need 3 single petals right there. So this is what it's going to take to make this flower. And they're really easy, so I'm going to start with the individual pieces. So these are the singles. And as you can see, I did cut this on double-sided paper. I always use double-sided paper on 3D flowers, so I don't worry about the bottoms being white. And so you're going to take these individuals and just crease them in half. Use your finger. I suppose if you were making these really large, you could use a scoring tool, but your fingernails work just fine. So go ahead and crease those in half. So now you've got your 3 individuals. They're folded. You're going to start with one. Put a little bit of hot glue on there. And glue 1/2 of your other individual together. So now you've kind of got this like almost a pyramid with a flat back. And then take this one, a little bit on each side, and take that last petal and press it in there. And this is the great thing about using hot glue, is you can work pretty quickly. Okay, so let that sit and dry and set. Now we're going to come back to the 4 petals. And these are really easy. You're just going to put a nice thin strip on one of those petals and turn it inward towards each other. So it kind of creates an odd looking flower. Actually, to me it looks almost like a butterfly. Silly hot glue. Okay, I'm going to come back over here and do the same thing as you just did. Put it together. Okay. And you can kind of bend and cup these, whether you want them to fold outward or inward. I'm going to kind of bend these out a little bit. The more you work with it, the softer the paper becomes, the more you bend it and flex it. So the easier it is to move these around. If you don't like using your fingers this much, or you don't have fingernails, a great tool is your gypsy stylus, or in this case, the little mini spatula that comes with the Cricut toolkit. This works great too. You can kind of cup and press into there. Okay, so we've got 4 pieces now. We're going to come back to that little odd looking piece. This is actually the center of your flower. So as you can see, there's a triangle looking top and there's a pointed bottom. And what you're going to want to do is we're going to take this with the pointed bottom sticking up, fold all 3 layers so it's like in half. Okay? Now with that pointed bottom, you're going to come in with your scissors and cut the bottom third off. So now you've got the peaked top and a flat bottom. And the reason why we shorten it is that it is too long to be in the center of a flower that's this small. So now I'm going to take my flat 5-petal flower, the original cut, put a little bit of hot glue in there, press one of my 4 petals into it and just give it a second to set. then another, and you're just going to stack these. And just give it a second. Still wet. Nice firm pressure. And if you get the little glue strings, don't worry about them. You can peel those off at the end once it's dry. Okay, and the final step is a little bit of glue in the center. And then our little centerpiece that we cut, you're going to take that flat Y looking piece and stick it into the center, into that glue. And this one you're going to have to hold it and wait for it to dry. This is probably the most time consuming part of the whole flower, is letting that hot glue dry all the way. But it shouldn't take too long, just a couple seconds. And there you go. You've got an adorable little 3D pagoda blossom. I called these popping pagoda flowers because they kind of popped off the page, and I thought they were really cute and could be used for a lot of different projects. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and as always, I appreciate comments, subscribers, and followers. The PDF is a free download on my blog at www.217creations.blogspot.com, and thank you so much. Have a great day.